You want to save your favorite anchor spot, or better, start recording the entire voyage? In this video we will now take a closer look on the waypoint and track settings of our Axiom chart plotter from Raymarine. I will show you how to place and modify a waypoint and how to initiate a track recording and all the necessary settings that come with it. I'm Mo from MARCOM team and I will guide you through the video. Short side note: the content of this video was created by me and my team, but we used AI to translate my voice, so please excuse any minor pronunciation errors from now on. Having said that, let's get started with the video. So let's take a direct look at the chart plotter to see how we can set a waypoint. There are three distinct methods to do this. If I want to establish a new navigation waypoint precisely at my ship's current position, I can do so by clicking on the combined waypoint and man overboard button at the top. This button is located either on my physical control unit or on the top left of my touchscreen. With a quick click, a menu opens where I can conveniently edit the waypoint. Here, under the Symbol tab, I can choose between many different waypoint symbols. You can see how many different symbols are available for you to choose from here. So choose a symbol that best represents your waypoint. You can then assign the waypoint to a specific group at the bottom left. How to create a group and what it actually means, I will show you later on in this video. You will also get helpful suggestions for symbols that you have recently used, and under the Options menu, you can customize and adjust additional detailed information for the waypoint. Among other things, you can also change the specific name of the waypoint, or you can write a short descriptive comment about the waypoint. With a click on OK at the bottom right, the waypoint will now be set at your ship's position. Of course, you'll need an exact GPS position for this. If you want to set a waypoint at any location on the nautical chart, simply click on the desired position. On the touchscreen interface, you will need to perform a longer press for the context menu to open, then carefully select the second option, which is Place Waypoint. You now have the identical set of editing and configuration options available to you as before, back when we first set the waypoint at our ship's current location. If we now, for example, go ahead and assign the waypoint to a different group, so we navigate to the Groups menu and manually select a group, the waypoint will then be successfully moved into the group called Test. Here as well, you confirm the waypoint and your entries by clicking OK at the bottom right. If you have the coordinates of a waypoint, there is a third available option that enables you to manually set a waypoint using already known coordinates. To do this, simply open the Chart menu at the top right, then go to Waypoints, Routes, and Tracks. And now open the Waypoint overview on the left-hand side. On the right side, you will now see the button New Waypoint. Click on it, and a settings window for the waypoint will open. The coordinates shown at first are the coordinates where your ship is currently located. In this section, you can once again select the symbol, give your new waypoint a unique name, or also manually choose the precise coordinates where the waypoint should be set. By clicking the Back button at the top left corner, the waypoint will then be automatically saved. This waypoint is now stored within the waypoint group that we previously selected. Let's take a look at the waypoint overview more closely. Located right here in the upper corner, we can search for specific waypoints or waypoint names. That is exactly why it always makes sense to give your waypoints a concise name. Directly below that section, you also have the option to create a completely new group. Let's call our new group here, for example, Summer. With the toggle slider located under New Group, you have the additional option to automatically create a new group for your daily events. If you happen to create several waypoints within a single day, they will all automatically be saved together in one organized group. Below that, as we've already seen, you have the option to create a new waypoint. And below that, you have the option to either show or hide the waypoint groups on the nautical chart. I'd like to briefly show you exactly what that means. Before we continue, don't forget to check the link below in the video description to get your free access to our demo course. In our online course, you will find further videos about your Axiom chart plotter as well as free checklists to download. So I will see you there after the video. So we click on the button and we can see here that all waypoint groups are currently displayed on the nautical chart. For example, if you have different groups and don't want to overload the chart with your waypoints, it makes sense not to display them on the nautical chart. They are not deleted, they just aren't displayed. Now go ahead and simply click on the green check mark to deselect the specific group you no longer wish to have visible on the nautical chart. The fact that this waypoint group is no longer displayed on the nautical chart is also clearly indicated on the overview page by the eye symbol being marked as being crossed out. So if you ever create a waypoint and it doesn't show up on the nautical chart, keep this in mind. Then go to the settings menu here and check whether the group in which you created the waypoint is actually being displayed on the nautical chart. By the way, this function is also available for your routes and tracks. Let's take another look at the settings available within the waypoint groups. Down here on the bottom right, under the nautical chart, you also have the option to choose how this group and the waypoints are sorted. So here you can sort by the name, by the original creation date, by range or symbol, or by comments. To the right of that, you can also see whether this waypoint group is displayed on the nautical chart. Here too, you now have the option to set it so that it is no longer displayed on the nautical chart. If you want to edit multiple waypoints simultaneously, click on Multi-Edit at the bottom left-hand corner. You can now select exactly which waypoints you want to edit. You can permanently delete your selection, move them to another group, or change the visual symbol for all of them at once. I'm going to move these waypoints to another group here now. So simply click on the option, Move to Other Group. Select the desired group, for example, Summer from the list. Confirm my selection by clicking Yes. And now I see that my just moved waypoints are located in the Summer group. If I want to edit the waypoint I created on the nautical chart, I can do that directly from the chart as well. To do this, I need to open up the context menu on the waypoint, then select the option for More Options at the bottom, and now I can choose to delete, move, or edit the waypoint right here. If I select Move, a distinct green crosshair will immediately appear on your screen. Now you can move my waypoint to the exact location where you would like it to be, click Save located at the top of the interface, and the waypoint will be at the new position. Following this very same procedure, I can proceed if I want to edit or delete the waypoint. Now you know exactly how to set a waypoint, or how you can make further adjustments to waypoints and group them via the My Data section. Now let's examine closely what is behind the track section. A track is, in the end, essentially nothing more than a recording of the exact route you have traveled. In more colloquial terms, you could say it's a recording of your wake. To put it in a nautically correct way, it's a recording of the specific route that you have covered over ground. So let's now take a look at how we start a track and what settings options we have. As already mentioned, a track is the recording of my wake, that is, the route I have covered over ground. First, I'd like to show you the slightly more complicated way, via My Data from the home screen. But I would also like to take this special opportunity to show you exactly which settings you can adjust for your track recording. So let us first open the My Data section from the main home screen. Then select Tracks, which will take us directly to the full overview page. Here you can now see a comprehensive list of all your previously traveled and saved tracks. Now, in the top right corner, you have the option to start the track. So let's begin recording a track by clicking Start Track up here in the top right. You will then receive a notification informing you that the device has started recording the track. Confirm this by clicking OK, or wait 3 seconds until the notification disappears. So now you can see that the newly created and recorded track, the current track, is already clearly displayed here in your track list. By clicking More Options, you can now set the specific time interval at which the track should be recorded, meaning how frequently a GPS point should be saved to your device. You have the flexibility to choose between automatic, after a certain time, or after a certain distance. If you opt to choose Auto here, the chart plotter itself determines at which interval it wants to record the track. You also have the option to set your recording interval settings either by time or by distance. But keep in mind, you do not have unlimited storage space available. So, for example, if you are traveling on a significantly longer route, it might not really make much sense for your current position to be saved every 50 meters. However, if you want a very precise and accurately recorded tracking log, you will need to manually select the specific time interval or distance after which the position should be saved. If you don't have any particular preferences here, I suggest you leave it set to the automatic setting. At the top right corner of the screen, you can now also stop your current track. If you click on Stop Track here, you now have the option to save your recorded track, delete it, or continue recording it by simply canceling. I want to show you what other settings we can adjust for the track. So let's go ahead and click on Save right here. And you can see that the track is now added in your track list. If you now click on the track here, you have the option to change the name of the track, set the exact color in which it will be displayed on the chart, or even create a new route from the track. When you create a route from a track, a waypoint is automatically set for every single saved position, that is, for each of our recorded intervals. Of course, this makes less sense for a much longer route segment, since in that case, a simple start and end waypoint would usually suffice. Your route would then consist of a large number of waypoints. And finally, you also have the option here to delete the track. Now I want to show you a much faster and more intuitive way to start the track. Do you happen to remember the context menu? So, we open the nautical chart application, simply click once on our ship icon, and the context menu for our ship opens. And right at the top here, you'll find Start Track. If we now click on Start Track, the recording will commence. By the way, the track is this thin blue line that is visualized on the nautical chart. If you want to stop the current tracking process, simply click on your specific ship icon once again, select Stop Track at the very top, and you can then decide whether or not you want to save the track or discard the recording entirely. So you see, the context menu also gives us very convenient and quick access to various settings that would otherwise be a bit more hidden within the device interface. By now, you should clearly understand how to start and stop the recording of a track.
If you liked the video, please give us a thumb up or consider subscribing to our channel. Here you will find further videos, and don't forget to click the link below to get your free access to our course and checklists. Fair winds, following seas, and see you next time.